Klopp says what life is like, without football, surprises by naming clubs he supports and the coach who enchants him. I love it. For the first time in almost a decade, Liverpool will play at Anfield Road without the presence of Jurgen Klopp in the technical area. The baton was passed to the Dutchman Arne Slot, who makes his debut at the Reds, home against Brentford, in an exclusive interview with ESPN, Klopp spoke about the first few months since he made the decision to leave the English club and, possibly, once and for all, the sport that made his career famous. The German also surprised everyone by revealing which clubs he watches. He also mentioned a coach in particular who fascinates him, the Dutchman Pep Lijnders, who was his assistant at Liverpool for years and now manages Red Bull Salzburg in Austria. It's been 8 weeks now since I left Liverpool. I don't want to say I can go back to work yet, of course, but I'm in a good mood. Life is different if you're not responsible for that kind of stuff, so I really enjoy it. I still enjoy watching football, especially Salzburg now because Pep is super important to me. He was and still is. I enjoy watching him and seeing the progress. I saw Liverpool play as well, it was really good. So those are the things I watch, but apart from that it's been a lot of the Olympics and stuff like that. Brilliant summer so far, he began by saying. Sports is what makes me happy now. I didn't have time. Actually, over the years, maybe I did, but my head was thinking about doing it. So we do a lot of sports, fitness too. So, doing things that you want to do, when you want to do them. A lot of family, friends, I've met up with more friends in the last 4 weeks than in the last 20 years. But you have to organize your downtime too, because a lot of people want to meet you, and I thought, my God, this is so stressful, he wants to meet me, her, everyone. So we had to calm down a bit, but we're fine. We've already spent 3 real weeks with the grandchildren and the children together. It was beautiful, he continued. On Lijnders' early career as a head coach at a club, Klopp was full of praise for his disciple, who has won 6 of his first 7 games with Salzburg and is on the verge of leading the team to the Champions League group stage. Yes, I watched Salzburg. I saw the 2 games against Twente in the Champions League playoffs. I saw the Austrian League games as well, he said. It was good, the game, right? I texted him, Pep, after the game. It was really cool that everyone could see, like so few have so far, that his impact on football was massive. Salzburg, the Red Bull teams represent a specific type of football, but you can lose your way over the years. It's completely normal. But I love that cool mix of real intensity and a clear idea in possession, and I saw that, and I told him this directly after the game, that you can see that this team has a good coach. And that's important, that's how I've judged coaches my whole life. A lot of times you don't know, and then you watch a game and think, who's coaching that team? They play really well. So, this is Salzburg, I know the coach, and I watch the football, and it's not a long time, the preseason. Every coach this year had a difficult preseason, some a little less, some more, because of the 2 big championships, 3 big championships, with the Olympics too, the World Cup. America, Euro, it was a difficult preseason. I'm very happy with what I see, continued Klopp, who continued to praise Pep. A great person, one of my favorite people I've ever met in my life. A very, very, very good coach, a good friend, very loyal. He's been my inspiration for the last 9 years. I've learned a lot from him. I'm sure he's learned some things from me too. We've helped each other a lot, and I just like him. And we've been very successful together. And I always understood that, in the right way, he could grow by my side. Maybe some years he needed that. I don't know if maybe in the last few years he needed that, but it's because we were very loyal to each other. We said, come on, let's do this. And I said, it's over for me. I knew it was time for him to do it alone too. So that's why I'm very happy with what I'm seeing, he said, before concluding. He's younger than me, so I've learned different things from him than I have. He's opened my mind again to different things in football, but much more importantly than that, as a coach, Obviously we all get older and the age gap between you and your players increases. As I have 2 sons, they've kind of always kept me in line with the generation, but of course the next generation of very good coaches are already there, and that's how it is. So what parts of the game have to change is the question. You can ask me, and I'll say this or that, but we'll see in the future if I'm right. But there's always change, there's always development, there's always improvement, and Pep opened my eyes to that kind of thing. I said once, I hired a Dutch coach, who's obviously possession-based. Dutch football is possession-based, it's Johan Cruyff, it's great football. And I turned Pep into a counter-pressing monster, lots of laughter. So we both impacted each other. I really liked everything, because I love how excited he is, how much he wants it, I love all those things. He really goes crazy when he talks about football, not only with you or whoever he talks to, but with me too. Klopp also praised Portuguese Vitor Matos, another of his assistants at Liverpool and who now holds the same position at Salzburg, alongside Linders. Vitor Matos is the same, he's even younger, which is crazy, but these kids nowadays start very early. I think Pep's coaching career is as long as mine, but it started when he was 17. I like him a lot. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications and don't miss the next videos.